On our top story tonight, an incident with federal immigration agents in a Chicago neighborhood led to protests, smoke, and even tear gas being deployed. The Department of Homeland Security says they were pursuing a vehicle. The pursuit ended with a crash, and then they claim there was chaos in the East Side neighborhood. NBC5's Christian Farr is live where it all happened. Christian?
Yeah, it was a chaotic scene out here, Stephen and Marion. This incident turned into a large protest, which led to arrests by federal agents. Now, we talked to multiple witnesses who say they saw that chase unfold, and they tell me it ended with those federal agents using tear gas and smoke canisters against that crowd. This is video a neighbor shot from the second floor of his home. You can see a white SUV driven by federal agents quickly following the red car. Witnesses say federal agents followed that red car. The white SUV crashed. Chicago police officers responded to that crash at 105th and Avenue N. Witnesses say federal agents filled the area, and that is when a large crowd started to grow, and that crowd began to yell at the ICE agents. Chicago police say someone threw something at those agents, and that's when a tear gas canister was rolled into the crowd. Family of two young men, a 16-year-old and 19-year-old, tell us they were taken into custody. Witnesses tell us two people inside that red car were arrested as well. One of the protesters picked up those canisters.
They threw tear gas a couple times. The tear gas one time when they were arresting this little kid, a young kid, they would arrest him, and they threw gas on us, and then a couple times. And then after that, before they left, they did it again, and we all take off, run.
They took my son, and I got to work. I got a phone call from work saying that they took my son. He's only 16, and he was violated. They said they slammed him to the ground. I just want my baby back.
There's absolutely no reason to have this kind of chaos happening in our communities, putting people at risk, putting people in harm's way, and just exacerbating the fear that people feel right now. We are going to continue to stand firm in making Chicago a welcoming city. We're going to continue to stand firm in supporting people's right to protest.
And again, city officials say they had no clue this was going on. DHS putting out a statement saying they were chasing that car, which then they used what's called a pit maneuver to stop that vehicle. DHS says both people inside of that car were undocumented. In that statement, they say they attempted to secure the scene when a crowd began to form and eventually turned hostile. And eventually the crowd, they had to use control measures to control them. Reporting live here at 105th and Avenue N, Christian Farr, NBC5 News.
Christian, thank you.